Welcome everyone to another episode of Kraken's Garage. Today's a real quick moto vlog on my Harley-Davidson wide glide. I have some exciting news coming up. I sold the Honda CRF to some friends that came down to pick it up this weekend. I'll shoot a picture up on the top of the screen and you can check that out. It was good to see friends and good to see my bike go to a good home. CRF is headed to the Blue Ridge Mountains, where it now lives permanently on a side of a mountain, and we'll get some darn good use out that way. So, warms my heart for what it's worth. So the exciting news is I'm picking up a new bike this week. I'm waiting to get a call from the dealer. Yes, it's brand new. I'll do a bike reveal video when I get the bike, and we'll talk about the reasons why I chose this model. And I have a build planned in mind for this bike. I kind of always marched to a different beat in life, and this build will not be common for most riders of this type of bike. And we'll take a look at it, and it's going to open the door to a whole series of videos on what I plan on doing with this bike and what I hope to turn it into. And I've done several builds in my lifetime, and I'll go into those builds when I start the build threads on this particular bike. So I'm rather excited about that. Yay! New bike day. And part of the reason why I sold the CRF, I just wasn't riding it, so let's get something that I will ride, and then I can wrench on over the winter time, come springtime. As you can see, the leaves are turning. Autumn is here. October is here. The pumpkins are ripe. Another week or two, these trees are going to be drop dead gorgeous. I'll try to get some rides in if the weather cooperates. What normally happens is we have this beautiful orange and red autumn leaves happen, and then a terrible storm will blow through. And the next day all the leaves are on the ground. It's like gone in a blink of an eye. And then you get to rake and clean that mess up at the house, at the cabin. So expect to see some more vlogs coming up, more so to showcase the beautiful area and why this time of the year is the best time to ride in Virginia. The humidity is low. It's really strange weather. I mean, it was 37 last night, and when I got up this morning it was quite chilly, and when I'm riding right now it's 73, 74 degrees Fahrenheit. Crazy. Let's get around this turn here, get away from this slowpoke. Man, I always seem to get behind the person doing 10 miles an hour below the speed limit. The old wide glide is running like a champ. This bike's going to be with me for a while. This bike, believe it or not, turns 7 years old next month. Are you folks interested in seeing a bike build from the ground up? A lot of how-to videos on that particular bike, on what I've planned for it. Come wintertime is when I plan all my major projects. Right now, every jacket I own, every bike I own is covered in smash bugs, debris from riding. I just ride them all spring and summer long during the peak riding season. And usually about the first week of December is when the weather snaps here in this part of Virginia, and it gets super cold and stays cold. So, by my count, what are we, the 20th of October? We have another 11 days of October, November, 4 weeks, first week of December, 5 weeks. So we got 6-7 weeks of good riding weather before the weather really turns. I have some other ideas on this bike I'm going to do this winter, I'm going to put a Screaming Eagle tuner on it and a stage 1 air filter, get it to breathe a little better. It's been on my to-do list and I just haven't gotten to it, so we're going to get to that. I just kind of doing my homework whether I'm going to go with the Harley-Davidson Screaming Eagle or one of the other ones. Vance and Hines makes one that's pretty good, and there's a third one can't bring to mind, but there's pros and cons to each of them. Biggest problem with the Screaming Eagle stuff, kind of from this point going forward, is the air and emissions controls in the United States have really kind of squashed Harley-Davidson, so their bikes are really detuned from the factory, and even if you go with the Screaming Eagle pipes, air filter, and Screaming Eagle fuel filter, it's still tapered down to meet those EA standards, more specifically for California than anything else. They're the strictest of all the states in the country. So I'm going to do my homework. I think I probably won't go with the Screaming Eagle one for that very reason, because I think they're more tunable from some of the other manufacturers. That said, I try really hard to go with OEM accessories for my bikes, all brands, because they work right out of the box. They're usually plug and play, and I don't have any hassles with them. So there you go. It's a very quick vlog, something more upbeat than my last video I just posted. Apologies if I offended anybody with that video. Something I felt that needed to be said and brought to people's attention. I know I'm a very small channel and I'll reach 10 people, I don't know. But if I get one person to stop and think about what I shared and reflect upon it and get involved with the problems we have in the industry, then it was a success. There's my store where I buy my archery equipment. Let me know down below how you guys feel about buying OEM parts. Well, you know, for Harley-Davidson in this case, versus aftermarket. Good God, there's a ton of aftermarket for Harley-Davidson. I did change these bars out, the drag bars. Kind of brought them up a little further and a little back towards me, so I wasn't reaching. I'm not much of the buckhorn type handlebar that came on it stock from the factory. I will say this, putting on these bars, and I also put on heated hand grips while I was at it, which I adore. It was a bloody nightmare threading all those wires and what was involved to get those on. If I'm lying, I'm dying. It took me 8 hours to install those handlebars. Good night. It's the last time I do that on this type of bike. Whether these bars, I like them or not, they're on here permanently. I'm just saying. My channel is evolving. We're up to 285 subscribers. Good night. I'm almost hitting 300. I'm gonna have to do a small giveaway. I'm having a lot of success and I feel really good about the feedback that I'm getting. I'm getting a lot of positive likes on my videos, and I really appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much. It's very kind of you. As my channel evolves, as you can see, I just bought a second GoPro. This one is to pan in between the two cameras for motovlogging, so you can see me while I'm talking. Be thankful I have a full face helmet on, so my ugly face isn't uglying up the camera. Something I also do for during the winter time is I start to plan trips for the following year. Being Being a history buff, I go to historical sites to look at amazing things that have happened in history. I don't know if you, the public, has any interest in that. If you do, let me know. Put your comments, hell yeah or hell no, down in the comments regarding historical things in my vicinity. Gives me a reason to get off the sofa and go ride somewhere and learn something. Helps make you a more rounded person when you try to learn something every single day of your life. The funny thing about YouTube is I watch YouTube videos of content creators that create specific content that I'm interested in. I'm starting to watch it more than I do television. Television is garbage. I used to be a fan of Netflix. Lately, a couple of shows I've seen on there, garbage, man. I'm not wasting my life. So I'm putting that time into YouTube and you guys, my audience. I don't suspect my channel will ever grow very big. Kind of too narrow focused on what I do and how I do it. But we'll see. I will say this about my content. Whatever feelings I share with you, my how-to videos or how I feel passionately about a product or dislike a product, it's from the heart. It's the truth. As best of my knowledge at that time. With that said, let's go to the outro music. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. If you want to see more, hit that subscribe button right down there in the corner. And I'll see you in the next one. Time for my twin brother, Elwood.
And remember, folks, go ride when you can because it's good for you.